don't get it. I don't understand. This video is to the New York freaking Giants. What are you doing? Okay, so I understand that things have to go and people have to go and you need new people in the scene and whatever. I get it. It's the nature of the business. But here's the thing. This is what I'm going to be addressing today. Tom Coughlin stepping down, which is fine. Watch freaking Eli crying today, and I'll get to why he was crying in a second. Yesterday, a report came out from Fox Sports on Comcast that the Giants are interested in Chip Kelly. That's what Chip Kelly season was like that last year. Trying to freaking push his shit out. That's what it was. Oh my God. You know, I don't care. They may have swept the Giants, but did you see what Chip Kelly did to the Eagles? Didn't he? Okay, I don't understand why they would even be linked to somebody like that. Eli came out yesterday saying, hey, you know what I want? I want Ben McAdoo's system kept in New York. He's had the two best seasons of his freaking life. He passes for close to 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns. His interceptions are down to nothing. And you're going to bring in Chip Kelly, who's going to screw up everything because he thinks the college system, the Oregon system, is going to work in the NFL. It worked for the first year you were in the NFL because people didn't know how to defend against it. They know how to defend against it. Don't go to Chip Kelly. Oh my God. My dream would be that you went to Bill Cowher. He is a younger version of fucking Tom Coughlin. He really is. But he's a defensive-minded coach. You need to get rid of Steve Spagnuolo. 2007, when the Giants won the Super Bowl, 2007 was his peak. He went to the Rams for 2 years and did nothing. They got rid of him. He wasn't even a coordinator when he was with the Ravens. He was just like a special assistant. What does that tell you? A DB coach. That's what he was. A DB coach. How do you go from being the D coordinator of the Giants in 2007, a head coach, you went to be a head coach of the Rams, and then, okay, head coach, you went to the Saints and were the D coordinator again, and you failed because they brought Rob Ryan in, who's a piece of shit just like his brother Rex, and you were a DB coach for the Ravens, and the Giants brought you in because they wanted to relive history. Obviously, you didn't relive shit. You made a bad mistake with that one. You should have went with somebody else. Perry Fuel wasn't good. Steve Spagnuolo was good in his prime, but he's not good now. And the Giants interviewed Steve Spagnuolo today. They interviewed Steve Spagnuolo for the head coaching position. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you out of your fucking mind? I don't understand why you would do that. Oh my God. Back to the whole Chip Kelly thing. I was watching Tom Coughlin's presser today. At the end of the presser, he was getting a little emotional because Eli was crying while he was watching him. You want to know why he was crying? Because he was thinking about that Barney Rubble-looking motherfucker, Chip Kelly, coming to the New York Giants. He was crying, I'm going to be out of the NFL before my fucking 40-year-old brother is going to be. That's why he was crying. Because he was thinking, what if the Giants bring in Chip Kelly? Are you fucking kidding me? And then, here's an even better one. Ben McAdoo, they plan on interviewing him for the head coaching position, which I wouldn't mind. He has an interview for the Eagles, too. If he goes to the Eagles with DeMarco Murray, Sam Bradford, Matthews as a stud wide receiver, he's going to switch it up, implement the offense that he did for the Giants, one that Bradford will strive in, one that DeMarco Murray, who is a downhill runner, will strive in. The Giants need to keep him in-house. If they need to give him a raise to keep him as the OC or make him the head coach, do that. My God, don't go to Chip Kelly. Don't go to Steve Spagnuolo. Get him out. Make him like the DB coach again or something. My God. Oh my God, what are the Giants thinking? It's been 4 years. I am a huge Tom Coughlin fan. Great. But he became the grandpa that everybody loved for the past 4 years. He'd get a little red sometimes, and he'd, Tom Coughlin, Tom Coughlin. No, he's not the Tom Coughlin of old. 2004, he came in with a kick-ass mentality, and 3 years later, they won a Super Bowl. Sure, other head coaches have gotten it done faster, but he got 2 Super Bowls, and he made Eli a good quarterback. I think he's a fucking elite quarterback, and if you don't agree with me, whatever, you probably have. He has bad interceptions. Brett Favre. There you go. Brett Favre. Look up his stats. People think look up Brett Favre's stats, and you tell me what. And people consider him an elite quarterback because, yes, he was. He has mega passing yards, great touchdown. His touchdown and interceptions are just about the damn same. Maybe 100 off. Come on, that's a lot. Come on, 100. Tom Brady's gonna end up with like 300 less interceptions than touchdowns. 100 off. If Brett Favre has 555 touchdowns, he has like 444 fucking interceptions. That's bad. And I know Eli's had some bad picks, but Brett Favre was just as bad, and I'm a big Brett Favre fan. Ugh. So, and then, okay, here's it. I have one for you. Jerry Reese is still the fucking general manager for the New York Giants. What? Did the owners of the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants switch? Or something? Because the 49ers last season got rid of fucking Jim Harbaugh because they didn't like his style of play. It got him to an NFC Championship and a Super Bowl. What the fuck are you talking about? Let's hire Jim Tomsula and fire him next year. Kudos to fucking Jim Harbaugh for tweeting what he did. That it will come back and it will bite you, basically, is what his tweet means. You will reap what you sow, and they reap big time. They couldn't give away fucking seats in their new stadium. It's a brand new goddamn stadium. How the fuck you gonna pay for that if you can't get anybody in there because you got rid of Jim Harbaugh? So they say, hey, Tom, you gotta go. But we're gonna keep Jerry because in the past 2 years he has got Odell Beckham. Great pickup, great. And I'm being sarcastic with that. Odell, go fucking Odell. And then Landon Collins was a great. They got 2 first-round picks last year. I don't care if they picked up Collins in the second. That's 2 fucking first-round picks. You got Eric Flowers, who's going to be a stud left tackle for the next 10 years in the NFL. And Landon Collins, he could be one of the best safeties in the NFL. Once you switch him back over to fucking free safety. My God, why are you playing him over at the other side? Put him at free safety. And I don't give a shit. People go look at me and prognosticate. That's what you got to do. As a fan, you have the right to prognosticate. When I bought this hoodie, when I bought this hat, it gave me the right to fucking say whatever I want to. That's why I like Green Bay as an organization, because their fans own the team. So I can prognosticate all I want. Giants. Chip Kelly. Get Jerry Reese out of there because he doesn't know what he's doing. Give Sean Payton a second-round pick. Give the Saints a second-round pick for Sean Payton. He is an offensive-minded genius. He is. He could bring the same scheme that Ben McAdoo has, and he can implement it because McAdoo, he's a head coach. He really is. If he doesn't get the Giants head coaching position and he goes to the Eagles, good for him. But it sucks for the Giants because he's such a good OC. Jared Reese isn't going to do shit with that second round pick anyway. Give it to Sean Payton. Payton said it's his dream job to come to the Giants. Then do that. The fuck? It's not that hard of a fucking thing to figure out. He's a good offensive coordinator. He was an offensive coordinator on the Giants before. He was. Look it up. Give him a chance. I mean, you've brought players back. Lawrence Taylor, who's the best fucking linebacker to ever lace up his fucking cleats, was snorting coke on the sidelines. and you bring him back all the time. He helps out on the team. He gives speeches. Bring Sean Payton, who doesn't do all that shit. I don't care about um the whole bounty gate thing. Big fucking deal. And you know what? It happens in the NFL to this day. And if you don't think it does, then you're on another level of stupidity with me, because the hits that are going on in the NFL, fine, they're not going for the head anymore. They're going, how many 21 players on the New York Giants were on the injured reserve this year because they have ACLs and MCLs. People are going for them now. They're going for legs. They're going for knees. They're going for stuff that's going to break, and you're out. You're out. Concussion. You can have how many? Do you know how many concussions Troy Aikman had? He had like 11 or 12 before he finally called it a career. So Sean Payton, bring Payton in. He will be so good for the Giants. And if not Payton, I would like to see Ben McAdoo, because he can keep that offense. You just need to get a good D coordinator. You need a good D coordinator. That's what's gonna defense wins championships. Eli can throw the ball up and down the field. You need to pick up a good receiver, one or two on the line, and another receiver. But you got $40 million in cap space. $40 million. Use that right for once. My God. You had issues all year this year with safeties, and you let Antrell Roll walk on to Chicago. Come on, Giants. Ugh. You know, you're a fan for so long, and I've stuck with them through everything. I remember when Bill Parcells stepped down, and they let that other Jimmo come in as the head coach. I had to go through the Dave Brown years. Everybody remember Dave Brown years? Huh? Does everybody remember that? Yeah. Yeah. Take a little hit rewind in your brain and go back to the Dave Brown years. My God. They had to get... See, that must be the MO for the Giants, because they got a doped up Kerry Collins to come in after Danny Cannell. And he let him do a Super Bowl. He didn't. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but still, he let him do the Super Bowl. Maybe that's the thing. Find the next freaking head coach that's doing cocaine. Maybe that'll lead you somewhere. Goddamn New York Giants. If you're a true New York Giant fan, you know what I'm talking about.